Hey lovelies, welcome back. It's your girl Katie here, and today's video is going to be my update number 5 on my project pan here. So I have all my products in front of me, and I'm just going to be showing you guys all the progress that I've recently made. So to no further ado, let's just go ahead and get started. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and start off with skincare first because I like to get that out of the way first. I don't know, I always prefer to see the makeup progress over skincare, but I actually did really well, pretty well, on my skincare this month. So first off with the cleanser. And the cleanser that I'm trying to use up is this one here from Kate Somerville. This is the daily foaming cleanser. It's supposed to be like acne treatment, but which I don't really have acne, but I do get the occasional pimples. Anyways, so this month I used this product 16 times, which in total I have used this product 35 times, which is really good. So last check-in, I was up here, and I want to say I'm like all the way down here now. So I've done really well on this product. Now granted, I've not been like stingy with like how much product I use at a time. Like I'm not doing the whole thing like where I'm trying to use it up as fast as I can. But you know what? I don't hold back either. Like I use the appropriate amount, at least in my opinion. But I'm not trying to make this product like last forever as well. But anyway, so 16 uses, I think I did fairly good. Next up, the category is exfoliator, and I actually have an empty. So I was using up this one here from Tula. This is the So Pumpkin exfoliator. So before I finish this up, I used this 8 more times for a total of 20 uses. So it took me 20 uses to finish up this bad boy. Yeah. It was not a great exfoliator. I'm going to be really honest. I would not repurchase this. It was definitely very gentle, and it smelled great. Like it smelled like pumpkins. Like I like the smell of it, but it was not a very good exfoliator. It was basically it's a sugar scrub, and I don't like sugar scrubs for your face because for your body it might be okay, but for me, my preference, like if I'm going to sit there and exfoliate my face, I want to be able to sit there and exfoliate it for a good like minute or two to really feel like I'm removing like the dead skin and stuff. Like I'm not super rough on my skin, but I want to feel like I'm getting everything off. And with this, since it was a sugar scrub, I would start to exfoliate and the sugar would just dissolve really fast. So I was just sitting there with just like it felt like I was just had a serum on my face after a while, and I was just sitting there kind of doing nothing, it felt like to me. So I don't like that. I like something that's going to stay gritty for a little bit so I can sit there and, exfoliate really well. So to replace that one, I pulled in this one here from Gold Faden MD. I don't know, I've never heard of that. But it's the Doctor's Scrub. It's just an exfoliator. It's got a bunch of fancy stuff on it. But anyway, so I've used this so far 2 times. I haven't used it enough to actually mark, so it was all the way full. And I can't, with the type of packaging it is, I can't see through it, so I'm assuming like I'm right about there, which I guess I can make a mark. But I do so far really like this exfoliator. It feels a lot better than the last one. I'm going to go ahead and make a guess mark. I don't really have much of an opinion on this product yet because I've only used it twice. So there's that. Alright, then I have a serum. And the serum, I have this one here from Malin and Goats, I don't know. It's the Recovery Treatment Oil. So I've used this one 17 more times since my last check-in for a total of 45 uses. I can't believe I've used this already 45 times. I will say a little goes a long way, so you don't need a ton every time I use it. Like I just do a few drops. It is an oil, so it, like I said, a little goes a long ways. Last check-in was there, and I want to say I'm right about here now. So I'm going to go ahead and make my new mark. I made a decent amount of progress. I'm almost halfway through the bottle. So this won't probably still be in here for a while. I'm just shaking up my white pen because it's a dark blue bottle. I have to use a white marker. So I do have an eye cream in here, but I haven't been maybe I should have started, but I haven't been keeping track of my uses on this one because I didn't always keep track of my uses. Like I didn't always count them. So this product's been in here since almost the beginning. And because I've been using it for so long, I didn't really feel like it was fair to start keeping track of it in the middle of me already using it. So I've just been going off of my progress like visual wise. So I don't know how much I've actually used this. But anyways, this is the one here from Dermalect. This is their eyelid and dark circle corrector. Yeah, this one I feel like is never ending. So last check-in, I was right here, and I honestly don't know where I am. Like, I'm assuming I'm right about here. I feel like I'm like at the last. Like, it's getting pretty like squishy. Like, I can squeeze it pretty well. And when I'm like applying it, I have to squeeze like all the way to the tip to get it to come out. But I don't know. I don't know how much longer I have on this. I'm ready to be done with this product. I'm just gonna make a new mark and just guess that's where I'm at, because I don't really know. It's not a bad eye cream or anything, but I don't really notice it doing like a ton. The only thing that I've noticed that it does is I do think it hydrates to some degree. Like, my under eye feels really soft. Like, it's very smooth feeling, but it doesn't do anything for my lines. Like, I have, you know, lines under my eyes, and I don't feel like it helps do anything with that. I've never really suffered from dark circles, thankfully. Maybe this is why I don't have dark circles, because of this. I can't say it does much aside from making my under eyes feel smooth. But they don't look smooth. They just feel smooth, if that makes sense. It's not a bad product, but I definitely wouldn't repurchase it after this. But I will say that this stuff a little goes a long ways. I've been using this for 7 months now, because of how many tallies, and I check in usually once a month. This check-in, I will say, is probably almost 2 months. I was really busy and I didn't get to film this, but anyways. Moving on. Next up, moisturizer. So I have this one here from Murad. This is their Rapid Collagen Infusion Moisturizer. I used this one 13 times for a total of 39 times. I think I'm going to I feel like I'm going to use this up really soon. Let's just say that. So last time I checked in, alright, so we're right there. Don't ignore the big jump. I didn't really mark it really well. This product is one that goes upwards. So as I'm pumping, it's pulling upwards. It's not going, you know, like typically you would see the product at the bottom of the bottle where it's at the top now. So I have like this much left, if you can see. Like, there's this big plastic thing, which is the pulling part. I don't know how to words, you know, hard. There's this big plastic part at the bottom that is crunching up. It's pulling everything up. So like, I literally have like this much left. So I'm definitely going to use this up before next check-in. Like, I would almost think like in 3 days, 3 or 4 days maybe. So this is going to be an empty real soon. So I probably will pull in another product right now, because I'm going to have to start counting on that. But anyways, so total uses on this is 39. I used it 13 times since last check-in, so I'm doing really well on this one. I'm not really pleased with that product. It's really not a good moisturizer. Like, I'm struggling really bad with dry skin right now, and I use that moisturizer almost every day. So if it was really good in moisturizer, I should not have any dry skin, but I do. And I don't know, I just don't like that product. But to replace that moisturizer, because I'm pretty sure, like I said, it's so close to being finished, I know there's going to be a huge gap between when I finish this and my next check-in. So to replace it, I'm going to replace it with this Marc Jacobs Youthquake. After I obviously finish that, I'll be replacing it with this. And I'm just going to go ahead and show this to you guys, because just so, I don't know, I'm sure I won't have used a big chunk of this yet, but it's a full product. You know, I've never used this before. I just don't want to be without a moisturizer until my next check-in. So I'll just, as soon as that one is done, I'll mark my total uses on it and then start counting the uses on this one. But anyway, so pulling that one in after that one is finished. 3 more products in this category, and then we'll move on to makeup. So next up, I have a night moisturizer. And the reason why it's considered a night cream is it's actually like a retinol. So you're not supposed to use this during the day. You're supposed to use it during the night. But anyways, so I have this one here from Juicy Beauty. This is their Stem Cellar Anti-Wrinkle Retinol Overnight Serum. That is a mouthful. But anyways, I used this a total of 6 times this month, or 6 times this time around, for a total uses of 12. And I know compared to like my other products, this is like a very low number, but like I've said in my previous updates, I'm kind of hesitant to use retinols because I really don't want to damage my skin, and I have to say this is like the most I've used between check-ins of this product. I think I'm starting to get used to it, and I'm not seeing any like negative responses to my skin. Like I was just really hesitant and I wanted to be careful, but I think I found like a routine that I don't go overboard, but I use it frequently enough. And yeah, that's really all I have to say about this. This is going to be around probably for a really long time, and I can't show you guys, like, there's no progress to see with this type of packaging, like you can't tell, so I can only keep track of my uses. But yeah, so there's that one. Then I have a toner here from Murad. What is, oh, I thought I saw something floating in there. No, it's just a bubble. Anyways, I have a toner that I'm using from Murad. This is their hydrating toner. I use this one 17 times for total uses of 35. So last check-in, I was right about there, and as you can see, I'm like down to here now. So I made some really good progress, I think. Considering this is a spray, I made some really good progress, because like this does not require like a whole lot. Like I spritz it like 3 times, you know. And I'm gonna move my marks now because I don't like the way it was. That'll make it easier to see if I do it on the side. But anyway, so 35 uses, which is a lot. I mean, considering how much I've used this, it's really, like, this is going to be a slow crawler, because I've already used it 35 times, and I'm not even halfway through the bottle yet, so that's crazy. Alright, and then last but not least is this lip balm, and I'm really considering taking this out. I don't know, let me know down in the comments, should I take this product out? I only used this 4 times since the last time I checked in. That's really bad. That's like the lowest that I've done on this product, and I keep saying like, oh, I will use it up more next time around. I'll have so much more uses on this next time around, and then I forget. So I have total wise is 25 times on this, and this is another slow crawler. Like, this stuff is so thick and so, like, I don't know, you don't need much. It's a good lip balm, but I don't know, I always try to use it like a lip mask, and maybe that's why I should stop doing that and just apply it throughout the day. I probably would use it more, but yeah, I've not made much of a difference in like a dip since last time. I'll keep it in for one more check-in, and if I haven't used it more than 4 or 5 times, then I'll just go ahead and pull it out, because I'm just struggling to use this product, and I don't know why. It's easy. It's a lip balm. I just don't wear lip balm that much. Alright, so that's everything in the skincare, so now we're moving on to the makeup category, and I'm going to be really honest with you guys. I did really bad this month with makeup, or since last check-in. Like, I did really bad. I think this is the worst I've done progress-wise on my makeup, and I really don't know why. Like, I just don't think I went out much, and I think I say that every single time, but this time specifically, like, I just didn't go out much, and I can't remember why. Yeah, I really have no excuse. I just didn't wear much makeup since my last check-in. Like, I tried to put on makeup whenever I did go out or stuff, but I don't know. I did really bad. And that's why I was like, do I just skip a month? Because I did really bad. Like, it's not the worst, but it just wasn't the best either. So first up, foundation. So I'm trying to use up this one here from NYX. This is their Born to Glow Natural Radiant Foundation. I used this a total of 8 times since the last check-in for a total of 15 uses. Now this is a more recent pull-in, and I'm going to be honest, I don't know. I'm definitely going to cap this product at 50. So if I don't use this up before 50 uses, I'm going to rotate this one out, because I really don't like this foundation. Like, it's not horrible, but it's really not the greatest. And I'm honestly just kind of getting tired of it. So I don't know if I should just pull foundation out as like a category, because I don't know. I think it's because I have a foundation collection, and I've just gotten random foundations throughout the years, and I've never found like a foundation that I just love, that I just use continuously. So I'm always like rotating them, and I just never, I don't know, the ones that I've been pulling into my Project Pans I just don't really like. And I don't really want to hate pan, but It's not bad, and it may just have to do with my struggle with my skin right now. I think it's just because I'm really struggling with my dry skin right now. So foundation, just wearing a foundation on top of dry skin is just miserable in my opinion. Like, I just feel so self-conscious of my skin right now, and maybe that really has to do with it. It may not have anything to do with the foundation at all, aside from it just doesn't sit well on dry skin. So maybe if I can figure out why my face is dry and figure out a primer or something to help with that, or a moisturizer, maybe it won't be so bad. But I'm gonna keep it in for now. So total 15 uses. So yeah, you can't really see the progress. I can't really mark it because I can't really tell. Like, it has a little window right here, but like it's still really full of air, so I really can't tell where I'm at. So there's the first product. Second product, concealer. So I have the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer here. I use this 8 times for a total uses of 40. I'm doing fairly well on this one. And like I said, my uses are not very high this time around, but you can't really tell. Like, I'm guessing that I'm right here, and I don't think I've made that much progress. Like, there's some windowing, and it's definitely, like, when I look down, it's definitely down here. Like, I can see that this is where it's sitting. But I'll mark another mark. If I had to guess, I'm assuming like I'm right about there. Maybe like where the L is. I've also kind of changed up how much concealer I put on now because of my dryness right now. Like, even though this one is pretty hydrating, like, I really only put a little concealer now around my eyes and maybe to like prime my eyelids for eyeshadow, but I don't put any in my chin anymore. I used to put it in my T-zone, but I don't do that anymore. Like, I just want less on my face right now, so I'm not using it as much as I was, so progress might start to slow down on that one. But I am pretty excited to use this one up. I've never used up a concealer before. Well, I take that back. I think I've used up 1 or 2 before, but it's been a while. It's been a hot minute. Alright, next up, brow products. So I have this one. So the one I'm trying to use up is this one here from Billion Dollar Brows. It's Brows on Point. It's in the shade, I think, taupe or something. Anyways, I used this one 7 times for a total uses of 40. I've used this one 40 times already, and I'm just trying to use it up. So every month, I show you guys how much is left, and that's where I'm at, and it's probably because I just used it so little this time around. Like, 7 is really low, considering what I used to do in the past. But it's so close. Like, it's getting so little. But I'm gonna keep chugging along. Next up, the powder product that I'm using. Now, this is the exciting product in this month, because I actually hit pan on this product, and I'm so excited that I finally hit pan on this. So I have the powder here from Pyte Beauty, P-Y-T. It's just one of their translucent setting powders, and actually it's not translucent, it's in the shade Fair. So I used this one only 8 times before I hit pan, like, and the pan has just been like expanding quickly. I know it's mostly because it's starting to crumble, so I'm trying to be more careful. Like, I don't want it to just all crumble. But anyways, I've used this a total of 37 times before I hit pan. Look at it. Look at it in all its glory. Look at that beautiful pan. It's like too shimmery, or too shiny. I'm so happy. I knew I was getting close. Like, I thought I would be getting close, but yeah, I'm just so excited to finally see pan. It's so satisfying. So that's like the only reason why I went ahead and decided to do a progress, an update, because I was honestly thinking, I was like, well, maybe I should go 2 months, because I really didn't make much progress. But yeah, this made my day. And it's just only going to keep getting bigger, so I'm really happy on that. Now, I don't know, I might just try to go ahead and finish up this powder, because I don't think it will, I don't know, I feel like I've been doing really, like, progress-wise, I've been really making some good progress on this. Now, I can tell it may start to slow down once I start to get over here, because the edges are way thicker than the middle, like I was focusing on the middle. But yeah, I might just try to go ahead and finish this up, because it's not like a rule on my project pan, but usually when I hit pan, I go ahead and rotate. But I don't know. I'm going to keep this in for another round, and we'll see how I feel. Next check-in. Alright, then I have the lip pencil. This one I feel like I may have to roll out at 50, because I would like to use up this lip pencil from ColourPop. It's their lippy pencil in the shade BFF, but it's just taking me forever. I use this one 6 times for a total of 26 uses so far. But it's so pigmented, which is great. I hardly have to ever sharpen it. Like, It doesn't take much to get it to show up. So I feel like I'm just not seeing any progress each month. But we'll see. I'll keep it in for now. I might cap it at 50 like the others. I think 50 is my typical cap it. Like I cap it at 50 uses and then I'll roll one out. So I might do that one, this one as well, because I'm starting to actually get bored of it. And I don't want to ever get to a point where I'm like dreading using my makeup. Like I still want to enjoy putting makeup on. I don't want to be like, oh, you know, that's just me. I mean, like I want to use up products and I will keep doing project pans, but I never want to get bored and like, I don't know. That's just not me. Anyways, so there's progress on this. Alright, then the eyeshadow palette that I'm using. Eyeshadow palette that I'm using is this one here from ColourPop. This is the Grandeur palette. Now, if you've not seen my other check-ins, so the way I'm doing it is I randomly chose 2 shades from this palette to try to hit pan in. I don't have to hit pan in both of them, but at least one. Or if I reach a max, like I said, I'm capping it at 50 uses. If I reach 50 uses and I still haven't hit pan, I will allow myself to roll out that palette and roll a different one in, just because, like I said, I get bored after a while. But anyways, so the 2 shades that I have in this project pan is this shade right here and this shade right here. So it's Velvet and Maude, or Mode, however you want to say that. So this shade is definitely not much progress from the last time, just because it's such a darker shade. I really only use it as like a liner shade for my eyelids, for my looks. So this one I do not expect to hit pan in at all before I reach 50. This is the only one that's kind of, you're starting to see a dip in there, which is really exciting. Like I've been using it and you can see a dip for sure, but I still don't know if I will see pan before I reach 50 uses. But anyways, I used both of these shades a total of 8 times for a total uses of 19. So I've used these 19 times so far, which is like not too bad. I mean, like I'm doing steady progress on these. But yeah, at least you can see a dip now. That's exciting. I wouldn't say I can see pan yet, but I'm getting there. Maybe I'll hit pan, not sure. Alright, and then I have a blush in here, and this blush, the blush is this one here from Complex Culture. This is their Good Glow Blush Duo. Complex Culture, unfortunately, is no longer a brand. I think they closed down. It used to be Ipsy's brand, apparently. Anyways, I use this one a total of 7 times. This one I'm pretty confident that I'm not going to hit pan in before I reach 50, because I've used this one a total of 18 times, and it doesn't look like I've made a dent. This product is so good and so pigmented, it just doesn't take much, and that embossment is not budging. Like, I don't know, I really doubt I will hit pan. I would be super surprised if I hit pan before 50, but I'm gonna keep working on it. This product is almost depressing because each time I use it, I'm like, it's not getting any thinner. Like, maybe the embossment is like super deep, but I don't know. Like it doesn't look, to me, it doesn't look any different from the last time I checked in. It looks maybe a little more roughed up, but I'm focusing on the center where that embossment is. I think that's how you say that word. But I'm working on the center, and it doesn't look like I've used much of it at all. And like I said, it's super pigmented, so I don't need a whole lot to get it to show up on my face. Alright guys, 4 more products and then I am done. So next up, I have a perfume in here, and I get that this isn't like makeup, but it's beauty nonetheless. But I do have a perfume in here, and I have this one in here from, I think it's the Lifestyle Co. or it's Align. I'm not sure. Align might be the scent. It's a travel one that I added just in here for fun. I use this one a total of 8 times this time around. Now, and the number is so low is because I just pulled this one in from last check-in. I rolled one out and I rolled this one in, and when I rolled it in, I had used it a bit previously, so that black mark is where I was at when I first rolled it in. So now we're down to here. I don't think this one will be in here much longer. Like, these travel ones are really easy to use up, and that's why I pulled it, because I was kind of defeated from my last perfume. that I ended up rolling out because the sprayer on it started breaking. Like I couldn't get any more out of it. I could have put it in a different bottle or something, but I just didn't want to do that. It wasn't a great perfume and I was just kind of done with it. But anyway, so I chose something small. I was like, yeah, I could for sure finish this off, and I am. I'm making good progress on it. So that's exciting. Anyway, so there's that one. Then I have a highlighter that I have in my project that is also from Complex Culture. This is their Good Lighting Highlighter Duo. I only have this highlighter to do like inner corner highlights and under brow bone and maybe a little on my nose. I'm not doing like an overall face highlighter just because the last highlighter I had, I had hit pan in, and I'm just trying to hit pan on this one. I've used this one so far 6 times. Like I said, I rolled the other highlighter out because I had already hit pan on it. So this is a new roll-in, so that's why I only have 6 uses on it. But here is the progress. I don't know if you're going to be able to see. It does have a little bit of a dip. I'm only using this side just because that's the lighter shade for me. I might use this one. I don't know, probably not. I'm only trying to just use up this side. But like I said, I'm only trying to hit pan, and I know I have to turn it sideways to kind of get it. It's really shiny. But you can see that I've already started making a dip. Granted, it is easier to make a dip when you're just using it as an inner corner highlight just because the brush I use is really small. And so I feel like I pick up a lot more product that way. But, you know, I'm making progress, and so I'm happy with it. I don't think it will take me too long to hit pan. I mean, depending on how deep the pan is, but I think I should be able to hit pan fairly quickly on this product. Alright guys, we're almost done. 2 more products. So next up I have a setting spray that is from Dear Midnight, and this is their Set to Last setting spray. I use this one 8 times for a total uses of 15. This bottle is pretty small, so I think I will be able to use it up fairly quickly. The little white marks is the progress I've made so far, and you can tell that I'm right about here now from my last mark. So, you know, I'm making some pretty good progress. I'm about halfway through it so far. Another product that I don't think will take me too long to use up, especially because it is a small bottle, and I don't know, I feel like sprays always kind of use up kind of quickly, especially a setting spray, because I don't overly use it, but I do like to set my face so I'll spritz, you know, a few times, and I just feel like this is such a small bottle that I'm going to use it up pretty quickly. Alright, and then last but not least, so the liquid lipstick that I'm trying to use up. This one's from ColourPop. I have quite a few ColourPop's products, and I didn't really notice that till now. Well, I only have 3 in total, but anyways. ColourPop, this is in collaboration. They did a collab with the Disney for the Tinkerbell collection. I used this one 6 times for a total uses of 13. I think I've made some decent progress now that I let it set. Like, I haven't used this in a few days, so I haven't disturbed it, but I'm seeing some windowing happening here. I haven't marked it yet because I could never tell like for sure where it was. But if you look here in the back, like I've had this, I try to always keep it standing straight up in my vanity because I want to be able to see where I'm at. But am I crazy, or is that some windowing happened there? I'm going to probably make a mark right there. I know once I get in there and disturb it again, you're probably not going to be able to see it, but I would say that that's probably where it's sitting at, right? I don't know. You guys let me know down in the comments. Does that count? I'm going to mark it. Because, like, you have windowing. I don't know. I'm going to make a mark there. And I can always remove the mark if that's not, like, accurate. But I think I'm making some progress on it. I'm fairly confident I can use this up before 50, but maybe not. We'll see. But there you go, guys. That is going to do it for today. That is the progress that I've made since my last check-in. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up because that really does help my channel. And also let me know down in the comments what you guys thought of my progress this time around. But other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful day and a wonderful week. And I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye!